Yes, please.
Okay. Women can go to the mosque for the prayers,
Yes,
right?
please.
So why it is limited for a woman to sit in atikaf in the mosque?
No, itikaf is basically
This ibadat is limited for women, right?
no, you can go and sit. You see what normally itikaf is with last 10 nights in the Ramadan, but itikaf is basically being devout in the mosque for a period of time. Continuous 10 nights. You're talking about those 10 nights sitting in the itikaf, but otherwise you can sit in the mosque. You see, I will refer to one verse which identifies also, because people are having this. You can open this. You see, 108. I just read to you Surah Tawbah 9, 108. La taqum fi abada. Do not stand in that mosque, referring to the Jerusalem mosque. Do not stand therein. La masru sisa la taqwa min awwali yawmin ahaqu an taquma fi. Fihi rijalun yuhibbuna an yatatahharu wallahu yuhibbul muttahirin. Do not stand therein means do not stand in the mosque, referring to Jerusalem mosque, right? There is a mosque whose foundation is made on taqwa, guard, and from the first day. It is more right that you stand therein. In that mosque, referring to Masjid Haram, in the mosque are rijal. In Arabic is rijal, not common to both. It says rijal, yuhibbun an yatataharu. They are men who want to be purified. So Allah is classifying that they are rijal who are purified in the mosque. Wallahu yuhibbul muttahirin, and Allah loves those who purify themselves. Now there is a situation related to women that there are times they are not purified. So now what happened? You can, if you go and visit Masjid Haram for your Hajj, so you can travel, you can go into the mosque, but you are not purified. But you cannot pray, but you can do tawaf, because in tawaf you're not supposed to recite anything, you just have to walk. And in Safa Marwa also you don't have to do anything, you just have to walk. And Mina you have to travel. And Muzdalifah, have you been to there? Arafat, there is a place you have to travel. And Arafat, then you go to Muzdalifah. And Muzdalifah, then you come to Mina, and then you come to Mecca, and then that is the... for Hajj you can perform every duty, because that has nothing to do with your purification. But there are women who are sitting in the mosque. I've noticed many women are sitting in the mosque, they are sitting in the mosque, no matter they are not purified. So Allah said there are men who are purified. You follow what I'm saying? Rijal, they are rijal in Arabic. Fihi rijalun yuhibbuna an yatatahharu. There are men, only men who are purified. And Allah loves those purified. I don't say that I'm making a distinction. So in that condition, if woman wants to know, I'm purified, I want to be in the mosque. So that is why last 10 nights, even if you're sitting, you might come into that situation, you have to leave the mosque.
Yeah, if the woman is sure that
Sorry?
she is purified. If the woman is sure she is purified.
Yeah, I understand
she's
that.
Allowed?
No, I'm telling you, but the Quran doesn't say. Quran says that men who are sitting in the Kaab, you do not have a relationship with them. Associate in the company. But there are women who are sitting in the mosque. I know there are women sitting in the house for itikaf.
Exactly.
I don't know. Because there are responsibilities also on women, about children, and about things, and about this and that. And by the way, you must understand, Allah has made differences between women and men. Men are the messengers and the prophets. Then you say, why should women cannot be a prophet? Why don't you ask this question?
I already know.
Huh?
I already know.
Why?
Because it's prohibited.
No, why prohibited? It's that Allah has made men as prophets and messengers. So, because of the distinguish between women and men, it's not putting them down. They are the mothers of the prophets, Jesus, and they are mothers of other prophets like Ismail and Ishaq. In the condition of mother, they have a greater value, but not in the condition of being a prophet. So you can be mother of a prophet. So they have more value to you. See, women are in a competition with men. So if Allah is giving them this honor of the one darja, one degree above the woman, so they cannot compete if they want to be good in the nearest God. So Allah has given you that status, you can be good, you can do this and you can do that, but at the same time you cannot be equal to men, equal in the condition what there are because of their body structures, because of their differences. Not because of that women and men are superior. Women have got a big brain. They've got a good memory than men. Do you know this? They can do multitask. They are things are good at it. But in one thing they are not good is focus on one thing. And that is why in all fields of life men are educating you. Because they want to become hairdresser, they are very good at it. Because they focus hairdressing, their mind doesn't deviate. They top. That is why men are topping in every field. It is the difference of the brain. Women have got difference. If Allah did not made you to do multitask, you cannot have a family. You have to take care of your father, you have to take care of your brother, you have to take care of your son, you have to take care of everybody and doing good politics. And that's good. So, you know, for I'm not forbidding, I'm saying you can sit for a time being, or you can sit also for 10 nights if you like. But what I'm saying is that the Quran does not specify. It says for the men, when you are in i'tikaf. It doesn't say when both of you are in i'tikaf. It says when you men you are in i'tikaf. The ayat I read in my lecture, when men are in i'tikaf, they should not accompany the woman. So that means they are not accompanying the woman, means they should not be there. They can come and go and they can sit for a while. So purification is related to the men.